On July 14th, 1789, French citizens are going to storm the Bastille. It's an infamous French prison. And this sparks the French Revolution. And initially, the United States is going to be excited about this. After all, we are going to be sympathetic to nations that are wanting their own independence or liberty. And in fact, Thomas Jefferson, a minister to France from 1785 to 1789, is going to say that this is the first chapter of European liberty. But then the revolution starts going into chaos. For example, they're going to start declaring war on monarchies, and that's going to basically embroil all of Europe into a massive war. And so the United States is going to have to try to steer a careful course and direction when it comes to the French Revolution. Washington is going to begin the tradition of American neutrality in European affairs. Now, neutrality doesn't mean that we're basically going to stick our heads in the sand and just hope and see and hope that the chips fall where they may. It's not like that. Basically what we're doing is we're just going to say, you know what, we're going to stay out. We're going to trade with you. We're going to trade with the other side, but we're not going to favor one side over another. But by the time we get to 1792, we have the American support for the revolution is certainly tanking, particularly when it came to the execution of Louis XVI. He's going to be tried and found guilty of treason, and he, along with his wife, the Queen Marie Antoinette, are going to be beheaded. This is not going to stop the chaos. In fact, French governments are going to rise, and then they're going to be deposed, and a new government's going to come in and kill all the people in the old government, and then move on, and they'll be sacked, and then the sackers will kill the sacked. It turns into a Monty Python movie, but it's actually going to bleed over into American shores. For example, under one French government, the French government is going to appoint a man named Edmond Genet, or Citizen Genet, to be the French ambassador to the United States. Now, when you are appointed an ambassador, let's say you're appointed ambassador to the United States, the first spot that you go to after you arrive is straight to the capital, straight to that country's capital, to present your credentials to the leader of that nation, and he or she will accept you as an ambassador of your nation. Unfortunately, Genet doesn't do that. Instead, what he does is he goes down to South Carolina, and he is going to start recruiting American ship captains to be privateers and attack monarchical trading, particularly the English and Spanish shipping. After that, Genet is going to come up to Philadelphia and present his credentials to Washington, and of course Washington, knowing that that Genet has been acting very imprudently, he's going to reject him. He's going to demand that, you know what, you need to go home. I'm not going to accept you as